So I've already recorded half of this video, and then my camera died. And so I'm so annoyed by everything that I feel like I just have to start over, and I had to readjust my whole camera situation so it looks like I am Skyping someone. Hello, welcome to my July purchases. It was way too much. I had no business spending this much, but I did, and here we are talking about it. So the first thing that I ordered actually was like at the tail end of June, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna buy it. So this is the Tina Young BH Cosmetics Run Wild palette. Here's what it looks like. It does come with a face palette that comes with 3 blushes, a cool toned bronzer slash contour, 2 highlighters, and then a rainbow palette. So the best thing from this palette are definitely by far these 3 blushes, and this is the one that I'm wearing today. I draped it in the style of Lauren May Beauty. This is the only matte one. These 2 have a gold shift to it, and this contour slash bronzer is completely matte. I haven't been able to use all of it because I've been trying to concentrate on panning 2 eyeshadows from 2 different palettes. But I was the most excited for Wild Child, Heat, and Avocado. And so far, 3 of those shades have completely disappointed me. Otherwise, they're all really good mattes, very opaque, except for Wild Child, because it will come off of itself if you try to layer it. It will kind of like dust off of your eyes, which I'm not a fan of. I'm also not a fan of these 2. First of all, Heat is a red shade, and I thought it was going to be like a true blue red, but it's actually a raspberry, like a pink toned red with weirdly chunky green glitter in it. So it's not my favorite by far. And then Avocado also has the same chunky green glitter, and it makes more sense within like the context of a green shimmer. I think my favorite shades are definitely basically all of this. I'm not a fan of these 2 highlighters for 2 reasons. 1, I don't like powder highlights, and then 2, they're just a little bit too dark for me. I do like to blend both of them into like a rose gold kind of shade and then use it as an accent shimmer on my lid or my inner corner, but otherwise, used on the face, I'm not the biggest fan of it. And I actually quite like this shade, which is Cactus, the teal. It's like a cross between a teal. Actually, it's the same color as the packaging, so that's pretty neat. I appreciate the gradient from light to dark, as you can see here, because a lot of other palettes just seem so scattered, and my creative design brain wants to scream, but this one is actually aesthetically pleasing to me, and this is my first rainbow palette, so I'm pretty excited to have it. It's $25, and it's worth it mainly for the blushes. So I also got the Physicians Formula Baby Butter box, and it comes with these. So it comes with obviously the bronzer, which made that whole line popular, I think. So this is the Muru Muru Baby Butter Bronzer in the shade Bronzer. This one is the Baby Blush in Natural Glow. Actually, let me open this up, just in case you are not familiar with it. It is a very light and extremely glowy blush. I would not advise it if you are anything from like a medium to a deeper skin tone. If you're intending to use it as a blush, you could theoretically use it as a blush topper, or you can use it as a highlighter, which I did today. The texture is really nice. It's very finely milled, which I appreciate. Then next in line is the highlighter in Pearl. And again, I'm not into powder highlights, but this kind of teeters the line between a gel and a powder, because it feels bouncy and wet to the touch, which is so weird to me. I guess it's not weird if you are familiar with Super Shock Shadow from ColourPop, which I don't own at all, but I hear the texture is comparable to it. I don't agree with the choice they made with the shade, because it is way too pale, again, for anyone deeper than a medium. I don't like using it as a highlighter, but as for like an inner corner and, you know, all over the lid, it's fine. It is like a white base with a pink shift to it. I'm not a fan of that. I know a lot of people are, but I'm like neutral to warm toned, so it doesn't look right. And I know you don't really wear those colors for it to look natural, but I tend to like things on the warmer spectrum of highlight. And then lastly, we have the Butter Bronzer Duo in Barefoot in Brazil and Sundown. This is a matte cream or bone shade, while this in the pan looks like a bronze. And also it has like that signature bouncy wet feel that has made butter bronzers really popular. So this is fine. You know, it's really basic. If you don't really have a lot of eyeshadows and you just wanted to start off with really basic warm colors, or I don't know, then yeah, go for it. It also comes with this, which is the Murumuru Butter, what the hell is it called? It's their Shine Moisturizing Lip Gloss Balm concoction in the exclusive shade Beijos, and it does have, like, I have it on. I'll put it on right now. At first I didn't like it because it was, like, in cool lighting it looks frosty, but in natural lighting it looks fine. Like right now I think it looks fine, but I thought it would be a little bit more orangey. It's kind of on the coral side of orange. I don't like it because when it gets in your mouth, it has like this weird salty taste that right now it's kind of like stuck in the back of my throat, but it is good for like a daytime tinted lip balm. And then the last like non-makeup thingy is the Physicians Formula Butter Paradise Eau de Toilette, and this is in a 0.5 fluid ounce, and it smells exactly like the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream, if you're familiar with that. And I know technically that the Boom Boom Cream is supposed to smell like pistachio ice cream. When you spray it, it smells almost exactly like a pineapple upside down cake. There's like a lot of vanilla in there with what I interpret to be pineapple. I really like it. It is, however, obnoxious. When I tried like the Boom Boom hand cream, I felt like I smelled like everybody else, which is not bad. There is something to be said about a universally beloved scent. This is kind of like my guilty pleasure. I like spraying it right before bed because the vanilla evokes a comforting, swathed feeling. That sounded weird, swathed. So, within that order, I also got a discounted box that had all of their Christmas 2018 offerings, and included in it is this Mineral Glow Pearls in Champagne. You used to have a little brush here, but I don't use that. Here's the thing, dudes. my understanding from the description on the website was that this little product was actually an all-over face powder. I thought that maybe it could be a cheap alternative to the Hourglass Ambient Light Diffusing. What the fuck? I thought maybe it would be like a glowing finishing powder or a setting powder. But online everyone was complaining that this was a really shitty highlight, and I totally understand why. So on the first layer it's just pure glittery goodness. You will look like a disco ball unicorn. If you are fine with that, I say go for it. Maybe you can come to my house and use up that layer for me so that I can get to the bottom layer, which people have said is not glittery. It does have like a finely milled sheen, and that's where people started complaining. They were like, I don't like this because it's not a powerful highlighter. I'm fine with that. I don't want another powder highlighter. I just got 3 that I will probably never use up. So I was hoping that this would be like finely enough so that I could use it as a setting powder, but I don't know yet because I haven't gotten past the glittery stage. I have it on right now. My face is very glittery. The pro to that is that my skin looks like a radiant angel, which I match the outside as it is on the inside. It also came with the Physicians Formula Rosé All Day Oil-Free Serum, which has an opalescent pink shift to it. This is meant to be kind of like a skincare prep product, and I don't know if you can see it or not. I don't know, ignore that. But like that whole thing. And some people have used it as a step in their nighttime skincare routine. Some people use it before their makeup. I used it several ways. I put it underneath the primer, which I'll talk about in just a second, and I used it mixed in with my foundation to add sheerness and a little bit of glow at the same time. It does not work well like as a mixing oil at all. Well, you know, that's me just being dumb. It's a serum. Maybe you don't mix the serum with your foundation. Okay. I mix everything with my foundation, hoping that it'll like sheer it out and then I can get some sort of benefit from the moisturizer. This does not do it. It makes my foundation separate. It makes my skin look leprous. So I don't recommend doing it that way. Also, I use it by itself, like underneath the primer, and I'm pretty sure it broke me out. So that's unfortunate. I have to do a little bit more testing to make sure that this is the culprit that's breaking me out, but I'm pretty sure, like 80% sure, that it's this dude. It does smell really nice. It smells like fresh rose petals. If you don't like that, I wouldn't get it, but it's not an overpowering fragrance. My favorite out of all of it is the Spotlight Illuminating Primer. I know you don't know me very well, but I love anything illuminating. I love anything liquid, illuminating, glowy, bronzy. I don't give a shit. I just want to be a glowing goddess. It is a little bit glittery, but it does make whatever foundation I have on top, it makes my skin look better. And at this time of my life and this time of month, it's not looking the best. You know, I have accepted it, kind of. And, you know, if it helps me, then I will buy a full size of this when this runs out. The two things that I'm not a fan of. This is a Physicians Formula Killer Curves Mascara. It is tiny. and I'm getting really low in my CoverGirl Exhibitionist Waterproof Mascara in black, I think. I am so picky when it comes to my mascaras. My lashes are long, straight, and grows down. I curl it. I bought a $20 Shiseido eyelash curler. Does not do shit. I used to use a heated curler. Does not stay. I tried to get my eyelashes permed. They tried 3 times and it would not hold a curl whatsoever. So what I'm looking for in a mascara is something waterproof, whether I like it or not, because that's the only thing that'll help keep my eyelashes stay curled. So something like this that promised me killer curves, I'm like, let's see about that. But it doesn't. It does not hold a curl. It's a very dry formula, so if you dig it, then maybe check this out. It doesn't smudge or anything. Well, how I've been trying to utilize it is I put it in my lower lash line. It doesn't smudge, it doesn't flake off or anything, so it gets points for that. I don't know if it volumizes. I used it once on my top lash line and then it just bloop, fell down. And then I was so pissed off that I took it off immediately and just used my CoverGirl Exhibitionist mascara instead. And then I kind of put this over it, but it got clumpy. Long story short, I hate this mascara and I'm gonna use it until it's done, and then I'll forget it ever existed. So the last one is the Physicians Formula. I keep saying that like you don't know. Okay, anyways, the Healthy Lip, and it is in Fight Free Radicals. Because apparently a dad wrote all of the shade names for the Healthy Lip line. So this is a true red color. It's nice, okay? It looks good on my lips, but it doesn't stay. It crumbles. To be fair, I did use it underneath, like Bite Whoosh lip color in like tannin or something, and I put it on top because this is a little bit too drying, and then neither of them wanted to work with each other and kind of just like faded away from my face. It does not withstand food or drink or my biology, for whatever. It doesn't work for me. It's just, it's nice because it's like dry, because there's some like liquid lipsticks that are a bit too slippery, but it's just a little bit too dry for me. I'm willing to try it in a more nude color, but as far as like using this formula in a bright color, I would not suggest it whatsoever. I shouldn't have bought this, but I wanted it. It's the Briogeo Be Gentle, Be Kind Banana and Coconut Nourishing Superfood Shampoo. I'll be honest, man, I bought this because it smells like bananas. So this was a purchase so that I would smell like banana runt. It's fine. It was $28. That is way too much for a shampoo. It's very gentle. It smells like kids' shampoo because it's really fruity. It doesn't have any sulfates, so henceforth it doesn't really have a lot of that slip. I'm allergic to sulfates, that's why I tried to buy like sulfate-free shampoos. But it was a lot. And this is my, you know how like people have like special occasion makeup? This is my special occasion shampoo. Not that I need it, because you've seen me. There's no special occasion, it's only hell. I hope you enjoyed my rant-ridden video, and I'm starving, so I should probably eat, but thank you for spending this hour with me. And I hope you have a great day. All right, bye.